Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Wise Guys, the largest BYU sports live stream show in the world, the most watched collegiate sports live stream talk show on YouTube. I'm Dave McCann, Blaine Fowler. We were on remote last week. Now we're back in studio. Thanks for being patient with us. We made history with our first out of the studio show. It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot of things, but now we're back.
Yeah, it was great out there at Redmond Farm on 800 North in Orem. We appreciate those who came and shared that experience with us. It was great, but it's good to be back in studio in our home digs here. So home games are always easier.
It's like our Briar Patch.
That's right. And our sponsors are on the walls here and all over the place. I want to remind you that Wise Guys is presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union. Wise Guys is distributed by the Deseret News. Watch for this week's new podcast tomorrow, wherever you get your podcasts.
We invite you to subscribe to our free email at wiseguys.com. You can also watch all of our past content also right there, wiseguys.com. We'd love it if you hit the free subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and that's how we'll grow the show. What an awesome show we have here tonight. We got so much to talk about. Collin and Hannah Chandler are going to be here. Collin played at Kentucky last year, was a BYU commit before that, and now he's back. And we're going to listen to their story. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun. And you remember that we had some exposure to Collin back in the olden days when he was being recruited, and to Hannah, really. And then Collin went off on his mission and then to Kentucky, and we got a really good chance to reconnect with Collin last week because he was out at the show at Redmond Farm. So great. We're excited to share that story with you, the story of Collin and Hannah Chandler.
It's going to be a lot of fun. They just walked in. They'll join us in just a few minutes.
Yeah. And then NBA draft is tomorrow.
Yeah.
AJ DeBonsa and Richie Saunders both expected to be taken in the NBA draft. So that will be an exciting day, an exciting couple of days as we watch to see where they're going. AJ consensus, either one or two. One or two. We'll see.
John Wilson on a church educational program called Succeed in School and how it's helping change the world in conjunction with BYU Pathway Worldwide. He'll break our streak of no ties allowed on the set.
That's right. Well,
there'll be a tie on tonight.
Wait, did Elder Gilbert wear a tie?
Yes, he did.
We tried to make Elder Gilbert take it off, but he wouldn't take it off.
He said, I'll be representing the church tonight. I'll be in the tie. We're like, all right.
In studio usually now we let Elder Rasband, we let him slide and we let him wear one, but he was up in the church office.
Yeah, he was on his home turf.
So we had to let him wear a tie. But
so we'll visit with John. It's going to be it's a fascinating program we'll talk about tonight.
That's right. Hey, BYU superfan Luana Rowe, she celebrates her 90th birthday this year. She has been a true super BYU fan. Brendan and I met her on the BYU cruise, cruising with the Cougs, and she is delightful. I'm excited for everybody to meet Luana.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. On the stream tonight, we say hello to Columbia, Maryland, Tooele, Utah, Washington, D.C. Getting draft night here, hoping AJ goes to Utah, but he may be heading your way to the Wizards.
Yeah, he might be. Beaumont, Texas is in the house. Saratoga Springs. Columbia, Maryland has already checked in. You know what? Jeff and Melanie checking in from Tooele, and they said they're excited to hear from the Chandlers.
Wow, that puts some pressure on the Chandlers.
That does, right off the bat, right in the chat. Everybody's already anticipating the Chandlers coming.
The Nelsons from St. George. We're all over the world tonight. We welcome everybody in here on the Wise Guys. Bronson Kaufusi is going to join us a bit later on. He's got his Charity of Champions, bringing a lot of NFL guys to Utah where you can see them play and what the former Cougar thinks about this BYU defense.
Yeah, every time Bronson comes on the show, I feel like a very small human being.
Yeah, well, it's because he's huge.
Yeah, and I remember guys used to chase me around like that. They just didn't seem that big back then, but I think they were.
Well, you were faster back then.
That's very
harder
true.
to catch.
Yeah, that's so true. We've got a Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week as well, and it's going to... last week we said this person could have been the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week. Yeah, so they are this week. So
Wise Guys is presented by Brady Plus. Brady Plus provides cleaning, food service, packaging equipment, dispensers, and service for businesses coast to coast, including BYU, the Pentagon, Disney World. In addition, Brady Plus has over 150 distribution facilities across the country, and their recent merger boosted their employee numbers to over 13,000. At the head of it all is a BYU grad, Travis Brady, and learn more about Brady at bradyplus.com.
Every time we talk about that and you say the Pentagon, Disney World, and I was like, wowzer.
That's some name drops.
Yeah. Mountain America Credit Union is also one of the great presenters of Wise Guys, helping people achieve their financial dreams for over 80 years. Whether you're buying a home, planning for retirement, or managing daily expenses, Mountain America has the tools, the technology, and guidance to help you succeed. There's a lot of information waiting for you at macu.com.
Our Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week is presented by Redmond. The secret's in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com. Collin was a big hit out at the event last week.
Yeah, he was.
Throwing the football to some kids, signing autographs, and then he went and got a haircut.
See, I wonder if Collin's like, so when Devin was playing, this is back in my olden days, he would come out and throw with us. He would come out and run some routes. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a 6'9" wide receiver? That would be great.
Seems like it would.
And Devin was really skilled. I wonder if Collin could play some wide receiver. And,
I bet he could.
Yeah, I'm sure he could. So.
Hey, let's start with some BYU football. We'll get with the Chandlers in just a moment. Recruiting visits were over the weekend. Biggest recruiting weekend of the year for the football team as they work on the 2027 class. And I can always tell that the recruits are in because when they turn the Jumbotron on there at the stadium, shines right up the hill into the window. I got the binoculars out and I watched the video on the screen.
And it's really cool what they can do with AI and all of this. Like they put their images up on with them, in BYU gear, and they take them to the stadium. And they really let them have an opportunity to feel what it would be like to be a Cougar.
We're going to ask Collin about his recruiting trip, which was the night of the punch-out play with Tyler Algier.
One of the most famous defensive plays, offensive plays. I don't even know what that play was. It was offense, then it was defense, then it was back offense.
BYU scored a touchdown right in front of him. It was all choreographed. It was the most amazing recruiting trip we've ever seen.
Like we helped out with that. We scripted it so that Collin would want to come to
Arizona State had to fumble the kickoff, and then Algier had to get the ball and then run right over to Collin. That was
I want
quite
Collin
a deal.
to think about where he was on the punch-out play. I hope he was still in the stadium because that was crazy.
Let's give you an update on these recruiting visits, which seem to be the hubbub of social media today. We'll just go through some notables. There were a bunch. We're not going to mention them all, but 4-star defensive tackle Jeremiah Williams, he's already committed. He was committed coming in. 4-star receiver Bodie Sparrow, he has BYU, Utah, Oregon, Oklahoma in his Final Four. A lot of folks say he's a 5-star, 4-star, 5-star.
I'm telling you right now, that is a 5-star. His dad and his uncle were big-time basketball players here in college in the state. He's one of the best-looking athletes I've seen coming out of the state in a long time. I don't know how he's not a 5-star.
BYU was the last school that he visited.
That's right.
That's always sometimes, well, it seems like it's always an advantage. 4-star defensive end Yuhila Wolfgramm is another one who has yet to decide. We're here in Arizona State, BYU, neck and neck. We'll see what happens there. He's legit.
Yeah, the 3-star quarterback Brody Rudnick, BYU, Utah, and Cal are all in the game. He's from Folsom High School, so he's coming from the same high school that Ryder Lyons played at.
Understand an LDS kid. I don't know if there's a mission plan or not, but he knows that there's a quarterback coming back from his mission.
Yeah, because he's from his high school.
That named Ryder Lyons. So if he is, then the timeline would make more sense.
Yeah.
Because it'll be 3 years or so before
you got to continue to you have to stockpile quarterbacks. You have to.
Yeah.
So
3-star linebacker Titan Dijon already committed to BYU. 3-star cornerback Ryan Wooten Jr. already committed. They took their official visits over the weekend. Some news: 3-star athlete Jackson Rex took his visit, and then he committed to BYU over UCLA.
Yeah.
He's the cousin of Isaac and Preston.
That's right.
So you got to get, if you get a Rex, you got a good football player.
Yeah, absolutely. And then 3-star running back Ezranel Sanavi, he committed to the Cougars over the weekend when he was here on campus. He had offers from Wisconsin, Arkansas, Washington, just to name a few. So this is a big-time get.
Now, BYU's in the game now for big names against big schools. 3-star corner Kamoni Adams committed this afternoon on his social media, picked BYU over Arkansas, Auburn, Arizona State, Florida State, and on and on and on goes that list. So they pick up Wooten and Adams as their future corners, and then got the commitment from, I think it was, is it Beck? Another kid that, I mean, they're lock solid at the corner moving forward.
Really, really, it's becoming corner U,
and
it's fantastic. Some great news from the coaching front where.
Oh, wait, before we get to that, I just know Jeff Hansen, our friend from 24/7 Sports, tweeted out late today, and I wrote a note about it. on 24/7 Sports. He says Adams joining Ryan Wooten and DeMichael Burks can make a case for the best cornerbacks class in program history, at least on paper.
I'd say that. We never know, right?
That's pretty good.
Because sometimes guys that you don't know are going to be great end up being great, right? And that's happened a few times. So
all I know is I was never on one of those lists, and they were completely right.
When Omar Morgan and Tim McTire showed up back in '94, whenever they showed up, we weren't saying, hey, these are the biggest, but by the time they left, we're still saying, yeah, that may be the best pair of corners in the history of BYU in that 96 number 5 team that beat Kansas State in the Cotton Bowl.
They were great. They were great. Okay, now that coaching.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about this coaching rankings. So this is Brett McMurphy on 3 Sports, a great national sports writer. He's ranking the Big 12 coaches top to bottom. Interestingly, he's got Kalani Sitake number 1.
Number 1.
The top coach in the Big 12. Number 2, Kenny Dillingham, Arizona State's coach. 3, Joey McGuire, Texas Tech. Interesting that he's the number 3. Sonny Dykes from TCU is number 4. And Willie Fritz, Houston's coach, who's really turned that program around, comes in at the number 5 position. Of note, Morgan Scalley, still, he's unproven.
He's the new kid.
Yeah, so they're going to rank him low. I think he's going to be really good, but he's number 12. How about the fact that Deion Sanders of Colorado is all the way down at number 15?
He was the golden child. And all of a sudden,
yeah, and they've had tremendous talent, and they just haven't been able to win the way they've been expected to based on the talent. So
McMurphy, who loves Kyle Whittingham, now that Kyle's gone, Kalani goes right to number 1.
I want to know where McMurphy is going to rank Kyle in the Big 10 or the Big 10.
Big 12 Media Day is coming up July 7th and 8th in Frisco, Texas. By the way, Jay on the stream said, I used a Brady Plus product last week at one of the cleanest rest stops between Vernal and Wasatch. Made me think of the Wise Guys.
I love that. Hey, if everybody, every time they see a Brady Plus thinks of the Wise Guys, that's good for us.
That's good for everybody.
Yeah, it's good for us because Brady Plus is everywhere. So,
by the way, after further review returns for the season on BYU TV Tuesday, August 4th. That's just 6 weeks from tomorrow. But who's counting?
Yeah,
6 weeks from
6
tomorrow.
weeks from tomorrow. We'll be on with that every week for you. Big noon kickoff. Some news about that. The Big 12 get extra attention on September 19th when Fox sends their pregame show to Wembley Stadium in London for the Arizona State-Kansas game. How
That'd
about that?
Cool.
Yeah,
That'd
really cool. So
you know who would fill a stadium over there? BYU would overplay.
Yeah, they would for sure.
They got to do that at some point.
So I would feel bad that Elder Holland wouldn't be here to go to that though.
He might be the one who makes it happen.
Yeah, he probably could make it happen from the other side for sure.
BYU basketball news. The NBA drafts tomorrow and Wednesday. AJ DeBont's been all over the media today. It's been kind of their media tour back there in New York. AJ is going to be the first or second pick. Judged by all the latest guesses, I've only seen one that has him going to the Jazz at number 2. Dang. Everybody else has him going to number 1. And you know what? I changed my line of thinking about that earlier today before Sports Nation.
Now you want him back with the
Wizards? Going, you know what? I think it means more to BYU in the long term to have the first ever number 1 pick in the NBA draft than it does having him play for the Jazz. Because the Cougar Nation on the East Coast, they like to see AJ all the time. Yeah, that's where he would go.
That'd be great.
So I flipped that. I was kind of thinking selfishly that, it'd be great for the Jazz. AJ's going to be great for wherever he goes.
So you originally were thinking about you.
Yeah.
And now you're thinking about the greater good.
I became less selfish and went selfless and thought of our East Coast groups.
I like it when you think of the greater good.
Yeah.
It's always good that way.
And you know what? What do you think? Does it matter more to BYU to be able to say we got the number 1 pick in the draft? Or we got the number 2 pick who plays for the Jazz?
I'll tell you what matters the most is that if AJ can stay healthy and continue to work the way we know he works and become a transcendent type player, this is big time. But for them, the way he performs over the next several years in the league and over his career is as important as where he gets drafted.
We'll ask Collin that question in a moment because he's going to have a big year this year. And then all of a sudden he's coming out of the program that just put the number 1 player in the NBA. That seems pretty big.
Yes.
And you can say, but they put out the number 2 guy, but that's not the same.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Collin can be a number 1, not a first round draft pick.
Yeah.
Right? Collin could be a first round draft pick. And I think, we'll ask him. It's like being number 1 is a big deal, but hey, if you're a first round draft pick, it's pretty amazing. And you know who has a chance to go in the late round, even though he was late first round?
It's trending that way. It's trending that way.
He's been so impressive in his interviews, which does not surprise us a bit, right? Such a smart player. They love his mentality. Like the way he plays is on there on film, the way he's progressed. And what these NBA teams are realizing right now is not only is an elite level shooter, but his athleticism is NBA level athleticism. And I think sometimes that flies under the radar. And even though he can't work out, they watch on film and they're going, holy cow, this guy's like great shooter, like a JJ Redick, but way more athletic than JJ Redick and can defend and rebound. And so late first round, even if it's an early second round after the injury, we're so excited for Richie. Yeah. I want him in the first round.
You know, a point we made earlier today is Richie, if Richie wasn't hurt, where would he go? Would he go 15, 16? Are those players that much better than a healthy Richie?
No.
So Richie's knee's going to get better, and then all of a sudden he is a healthy Richie. So you got teams going, okay, I got the 28th pick. If I wait and let someone else get Richie before I come back around in the second round, I've lost him. Is whoever's number 28 that much better than what Richie brings on and off the court? Probably not. And that's why I think they're going, hey, and his knee's going to get fixed. Let's get him.
He's ahead of schedule. When we saw him last Monday, like he and I pulled into the parking lot at the same time, and he came bounding out of the truck, and I was like, dude, you look good. Like he's ahead of schedule, and Richie's got the mindset. Everybody's always been telling him he can't do it, and all he does is he just outworks.
He just keeps doing it.
Outworks the expectations, and that's what I expect he'll do. And he'll be in the NBA for quite some time.
Nick from Pensacola, Florida's on the stream, and how about Mark checking in from Reagan National Airport, working on a 3-hour weather delay. We're happy we could help you through the delay.
Yeah, it's good.
There's a lot of rain back east. The Cubs got rained out tonight.
Did they?
The soccer game I was watching got delayed because of all the rain in Philadelphia.
Oh wow!
So the East Coast seems to be getting it tonight. So Mark, thanks for taking us in with you to Reagan National Airport. By the way, our auction is still open for one more week to claim a basketball signed by AJ and a basketball signed by Richie, all to raise money for the Ephraim Hope Foundation, which will provide an education for kids in Uganda. And that's why both AJ and Richie signed the balls.
Right.
Because they know that the good that's going to come from it. So you can go to the auction at wiseguys.com, click on the image of AJ and Richie. Please be generous. Know that those basketballs that are signed, one could belong to the first #1 pick in the history of BYU.
That's right.
So you'd want that in your office or at home in the family room on display for the neighbors to see. And Richie's going to get in there too. And then there's a ball from Richie. So go to wiseguys.com and get after that.
Which coach was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it Eastern Washington's coach, Monson, who's coached Olympic teams and in the NBA? And he told us, sky's the limit with this kid. He has the potential to be the next Kobe Bryant. Think about that for a minute. If he has the potential to be the next Kobe, and he ends up being that, and you have that ball, then you got a pretty valuable little memorabilia.
You'll be the coolest person in your neighborhood. And then you can go, hey, for like $20,000, I sent like 500 kids to school in Uganda.
No, the coolest one is the one that auctioned and bought playing golf with you and me at Riverside Country Club.
Well, they think it's cool. Wait until they're done. It's an attorney from Vegas. He's going to fly in and play with us.
That's awesome. Love it.
But we raised a bunch of money for kids in Uganda and helped change their life. Most of us will never meet them, but they will get an education because of the generous golf tournament that we had and everyone that kicked in money for that and all that stuff.
It changes the lives of their villages. Yeah. For those kids to get education. So, hey, Gary Parrish of CBS Sports, Dave, his rankings came out today, and he's got BYU at number 23 in his latest top 25.
Okay.
He also has Ohio State at number 24.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the Cougs and Buckeyes open the season at the Delta Center on November 2nd. 2
top 25 teams.
Yeah. Do you think we won't get that one, will we?
Probably not.
Dang it. I wish we would get that one. So make sure you go to Wise Guys and check out our interviews from Redmond Night with the Wise Guys, with Kevin Young, with Bruce Branch, and with Rob Wright at wiseguys.com. Those are fun.
We purposely didn't interview Collin last week because we knew his wife was coming in tonight.
We were itching to interview him, and we were like, no. We have to be patient because we're going to get the lovely Hannah with Collin.
We'll get better answers with Hannah here. So we said, hey, we're doing that. All right, let's do our switch. We'll bring the Chandlers on. You come over here. And this is a live stream, so this is just how we're going to do it. DJ's the jack of all trades tonight. So
the lovely Brenda will come do this.
Blaine's wife, Brenda's helping out. Thanks, Brenda. Let's see, grab this chair behind you. While all this is going on, I will say our first guest tonight are settling in for their first season of BYU basketball. He's one of the biggest off-season additions for the Cougars, coming from Kentucky, where he spent his freshman year in the SEC. They were both raised in Utah. They've been connected to each other since elementary school. And it is our pleasure to welcome Collin and Hannah Chandler to the Wise Guys. Now, DJ's got the camera set just right. All four of us are in the frame. Hey, thanks for being here. Yeah, you just pull that close right to your chin. You're there.
Yeah.
You're good.
Sound good? Yeah, perfect.
You got us?
Yeah, I got it.
Welcome.
Did you guys wear shoes? I should have told you not to wear shoes.
Right now, no.
No, so because I've never, like, we've been doing
My
this.
toes are out, too.
We don't need to see that.
I've never worn shoes on this show since the beginning of the show. It's been going for 4 years.
Look, here's what peer pressure does. John's taking his tie off. We feel bad about that, but that tie came flying right off.
The only person that's ever come in this studio and wore a tie was Elder Gilbert, and we tried to convince him to take it off.
Now he's in the 12. That's a lot of pressure. I don't know, John, if you want that. How happy are you two to be back home in the state of Utah?
We're so happy. It's been so great. We've been spending so much time with family and friends that we love, and that's been so awesome.
Yeah. Been so fun to be back. Just love hanging out with everyone and being able to drive home on the weekends when we don't have anything and see everyone.
Hannah's got a younger brother that's about to go on a mission, so we've been able to spend a bunch of time with him. He leaves next month, and so it's been good for us.
Cool.
In addition to the humidity, we know that's a big difference between Kentucky and here this time of year, right?
That too. You stay dry a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. What are the differences between there and here that you're already noticing now that you're back?
Utah's really fast paced.
Yeah, like
compared to Kentucky.
Yeah, well, like when you know people, I feel like it's you have a lot more things to do. We spent, which was actually great for us for our first year of marriage, was we got to spend so much time together in Kentucky. So we got our close group of teammates and stuff there, but other than that, it's just us. You know, we're spending time together, hanging out together. And here, there's a lot more. It feels like we're going the whole time, and so.
Yeah, time does cruise along when you're busy, right?
Yeah.
And it stops when you're not. And not everyone can race horses back there, right? Not everyone's doing that. Well, let me ask you this, Collin. Before your mission, you commit to BYU with Mark Pope, the big announcement at your school in Farmington, Utah. You were right there, Hannah, I believe. What do you guys remember from that big day?
From the commitment day?
Yeah.
We did it in my high school, and it was kind of crazy. I think some people were surprised by it, but it was like, I mean, we had decided, so we knew a little bit earlier that we wanted to stay close, and we wanted to go to BYU. But the commitment day was awesome, and what I remember was all the love from BYU fans and the excitement. They're diehard fans that care so much about their sports, and so that was cool to really experience that firsthand. I don't know
what do you remember, Hannah, from that day when he commits?
I remember, honestly, just we're holding the blue streamers, and I'm like, okay, don't do it too early, don't do it.
Because there were some other schools that thought they were in the mix.
They thought So I was, but no, it was really exciting, and it was fun to do it at our school and with a lot of people we love.
For those who didn't get to see the commitment, there were some effects. We had like blue powder.
He says it in the screen
my
behind.
sisters were,
it was like Cirque du Soleil.
Was Hannah part of the planning committee for how you're going to do it?
Yes,
you were.
Most of the planning, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right, Collin, take that headset and turn it around, and let's get that wire from out underneath your chin.
Oh, there we go.
Bother you, put right there. That'll be a little more comfortable for you. During your unofficial visit, as we talked about a little earlier, your unofficial visit to campus was the night BYU's playing Arizona State. And I think we had Mark Pope on the pregame show, but no one could really say you were there, even though we saw you and you're standing in the end zone. And the game's kicked off, and here comes the ball, and Arizona State fields it in the end zone. Guy gets hit, fumbles, place goes bananas. Next play, Tyler Algier scores a touchdown. So there's Tyler, you, and The Rock all going on at the same time. What are you thinking as this is taking place?
So I feel like there's actually more to the story than that even. So one, to set the stage a little bit, this is me and Hannah and I's first BYU football game we've ever been to. I had never been to a game before, so this is it. We went and we're close to the field at the very beginning for the national anthem and stuff. Kind of random. Me and Hannah had watched Ant-Man for the first time, or not for the first time, but we watched Ant-Man the night before, and then just randomly we met Michael Pena at the game like we just watched you last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of interesting. Then the game started. Yeah. And all the amazing plays that happened. We were still really close to the field with obviously the punch out. And so that game was electric for sure. The energy was awesome.
Were you thinking in that moment that I want to be part of this, or was it still down the road as to what you wanted to do?
Yeah, well, I think a big part of I think my decision, what I care about in my decision is I want to be a part of a program that cares about their athletics, who have passion for the game and for the sport and the energy. And I think that was on perfect display in that game of what I was going to be experiencing as a Cougar.
And so now you're off on your mission, and I know you and Hannah are staying close because you've known each other since you were kids, right?
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
And so you're staying close, and she's part of your decisions as well. And a lot goes down while you're gone. You're off on your mission. Mark leaves; he goes to Kentucky. Mark Pope does. Kevin Young becomes the guy here, and you end up deciding, hey, I'm gonna honor my commitment to Mark Pope, even though he's in Kentucky, and I'm gonna go there. How hard was that to make that decision?
It was hard, especially because the coaching change happened like 3 weeks before I got home from my mission. So I'm in England trying to stay locked in, not even think about what's going on at home, because I think that last little bit of your mission can go slow if you start getting ahead of yourself thinking at home. Then I had no choice with that happening. I had to think about my future and what was going on at home. And so it was hard. Well, in some ways it was hard. In some ways it actually made it easier, where I didn't have like a bunch of outside things influencing my decision making. I didn't have my family there that were that wanted me home. I didn't have friends that wanted me home. I didn't have family there that wanted me to go. It was kind of like my decision, the Lord talking to Hannah, and I didn't really get to talk to Coach Pope. I didn't really get to talk to K. I didn't get to talk to KY, actually. I never talked to him. And so that was kind of a decision where it was purely on what was in front of me, the little things that were in front of me. And I chose to go there and felt very good about my decision.
So what did you learn in your SEC experience last year that has you prepared for the Big 12 this year?
Yeah, I think there's a ton of similarities. I don't know players off the top of my head that have gone from the SEC to Big 12, but just hearing from guys and watching I watched the Big 12 the whole year, and the similar physicality that is required to play is something that I had to learn, something that I had to fight for in the SEC. You're playing the Florida Gators that feels like they're playing three huge centers the whole game, and making things difficult, and coming to the Big 12 where Arizona is big and Kansas is big. Teams are big. And so I've gotten the feel for that a little bit, and we'll see how that goes.
When you're back there watching BYU on TV, did the thought ever come into your mind that, hey, next year I might be starting for them?
I don't know if that thought came into my mind, but I've been supporting BYU since, I was in high school and started to become a BYU fan. As I'm sure most of Cougar Nation knows, I was not a BYU fan growing up. Yeah, I was a Ute growing up.
I remember when we met
talked to your parents.
We talked to them about it.
Hannah was about to graduate from the U and cheered at the U, and so there's definitely strong ties there. But I started to follow and really support BYU as I was in high school and through that. So that continued as I was gone away, and I watched pretty much every game and was cheering. And what a fun group to watch last year. The team that was really fun. And so I don't know if the thought actually came in my mind, but since I watched so much, I'm excited for how I'm going to play with them.
Cool.
Collin and Hannah Chandler on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union. Hannah, let's go back to what I started to bring up, and that's the fact that your relationship started with Collin. This is back in second grade when Collin drew a heart around your picture, and here we are today. First, can you believe where this has come from? Heart around your picture?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's funny to think back because we had the same third grade teacher, and that's when I kind of remember everything. He claims it was second grade. I don't know.
We weren't in the same class. I had my eyes on her though before we got in the same class.
Okay.
Yeah, but third grade we had the same teacher, and yeah, I always had a crush on him.
So when did you start thinking someday I could marry him someday?
You know when? It's the exact moment of
What?
when you knew.
What?
When you said you knew. When did you know you were going to get married to Colin?
Oh, yes, third grade, right then, right there.
Yeah. We
He's like, you know.
Yeah, I saw her one time. She was tying her shoes, doing like 2 bunny ears, taking like 2 minutes to tie her shoes. Knees. I was like, there's a faster way you can do that. So I taught her how to tie her shoes.
He taught me the fast way to tie my shoes. The fast way.
And I thought that's when I sold you. But
so the shoe tying was in what grade?
That was in third grade.
In the third grade.
Yeah.
Because we were in the same class, and my last name was Clark. His was Chandler. So we were by each other
Always,
in the roll call and everything.
It was the guy who knew what he wanted. I remember we did like a Valentine's. My teacher was very strong on etiquette and etiquette being a gentleman and that whole thing. So she wanted to teach us early. So we did like where she paired up a boy and a girl, and you would like link arms, pull out their chair for them, and did like a little lunch for Valentine's Day. And I didn't get Hannah, and I was so jealous of the kid that I still remember his name, and I still remember everything.
Hannah, did Colin ever give you like a very innocent elementary school kiss?
No.
Never in elementary school.
Never
in elementary school. Nope. He wasn't.
I wish.
He wasn't.
We're going to assume you made it through junior high too.
Junior high? Did you make it through junior high?
Yeah, I did. He didn't, but he was my first kiss.
Okay, and what grade was this?
It was sophomore year.
Yeah, we were going into our junior, it was sophomore year.
Because it was homecoming. Yeah. Sophomore year. He was my first kiss.
So you guys were literally best friends, buddies from second grade.
Yeah, we were like always in the same friend group.
But didn't have your first kiss until you were sophomores in high school.
Yep. Yeah. I would have loved to do that earlier, but she was pretty hard to get.
Yeah, there you go.
I still haven't gotten over you tied the knot in third grade.
Literally.
Yes.
You thought it was a little more like we've done this, but he had to work a little bit.
Yeah.
What's been the secret? What's been the secret sauce to this relationship? That's literally like this is a long term. Like I know you haven't been married for a long time, but this is a long term relationship. What's been the secret?
I think just kind of the friendship that we built first. It was obviously a long time coming, and it was fun. Like being friends with people, and we weren't always super close, but we always I always knew I could reach out to him. I hope he felt the same way, but yeah, we were just really tight friends, and it was fun kind of growing up together too, which was lucky. We're lucky that we got that.
I would tell people when we would hang out, and it's still been the same, is Hannah's like just another friend. Like she's like, I'll hang out with my friends that are guys. I'll be like, can I invite Hannah over?
I'm one of the guys.
Yeah, bring Hannah over. Like she's just hanging out. It's not anything different. Everyone can be themselves. It's just it's just so natural of a friendship that started. And I'm glad we started it as a friendship, because I think that built a huge foundation for us to continue our relationship.
Okay, now be honest, Hannah. What was it like to be the wife of a high-level college basketball player in the SEC, playing in a league where people take it way too serious?
Yeah.
And there were good days and there were bad days. What was it like for you?
It's so fun. I think I don't ever try to think about anything that's not like the negative. I don't want to focus on that. It's always just been so fun. And in Kentucky, he was like truly a celebrity. Like we would go out to eat and people are asking him for pictures, and it's just like it was so fun. I think it's just like I just feel proud watching, kind of.
When the pressure mounted, though, could you feel it?
Oh yeah. When I watch, it's a struggle. But yeah, me and his mom can't even watch.
Yeah.
I'm like telling her what's going on. But no, it's so fun. You do feel the pressure, but it's just because, I love him and care about him, wanted to succeed and everything.
When the idea came up that, hey, maybe we should transfer to BYU, back to BYU, what advice did you have for Colin through that process?
I would just say, I don't know. We put a lot of prayer and thought into it and just wanted it to feel right. And so I think just kind of letting him kind of decide on his own. Maybe he kind of made up his mind before, we kind of came together. I didn't want to put in too much or not enough. So I think just kind of being there as like a listener and just kind of listening to what he had to say about it. Because it's a lot. It's both of us, but it's for his career and everything. And
how sensitive did you have to be knowing that she's in Kentucky and she's not the star, and so it's easy to feel like when you're gone, everyone's gone, and the opportunity to bring her back home. How did you wrestle through that?
Yeah, well, I'm very lucky that Hannah has been like the most supportive person ever of whatever you feel like is best for my career at this moment and for our family. And so that it's funny, Hannah's actually gotten a lot of flack for my transfer, actually. Yes. Probably more than I have, because I think people think that she had
I think it's me.
Yeah, she's swaying me a lot to come home. But seriously, it's a lot of conversation, a lot of prayer together, and going off our feeling. We've had a lot of experiences like that even since we've been married, of praying and making decisions that way. And so I think we've kind of started to figure out a process of our decision making and becoming more comfortable in that and being confident in our decisions, I'd say.
Collin and Hannah Chandler on the Wise Guys, live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and wiseguys.com throughout the world. We welcome everybody on the live stream. When did you think about coming back? You get through the SEC tournament, you get into the big dance, that comes to an end. Was it immediate? And when you told Hannah that you wanted to do it, how did you break the news there?
Yeah, it's hard, especially in the environment of college basketball right now, to stay focused on what you're doing. And so I kind of shut down all talks whenever somebody tried to bring it up or the idea came up, all talks of any portal stuff or anything before the season was over, because we'd given so much. I feel like I owed it to the guys, to Coach Pope, to all the coaches, that we've put in so much to this team and doing what we want to do. And there's been so many lows, there's been so many highs this season, that I feel like we owe it to focus and lock into the very end until it's actually the buzzer sounded and it's over. And so I was pretty good with that. I don't think we talked about it really at all before then. And then after, the off season hits, and it's kind of quick from there. I think just the way that teams are, I mean, the portal didn't actually open this year until after the national championship. Right. So you had a little bit of time to wait around and trying to figure it out with each other before actually having talks and all that kind of thing. And so so we had a little bit of time to talk it over and think about it. But when I talked to Hannah about it, I think she kind of knew a little bit. She kind of she reads me, and she knows how I was feeling, and I think she kind of saw what was going on.
Yeah, just because it's always a possibility to that there's a chance to go home, or there's a chance to stay, obviously. But yeah, I think I kind of knew, and just family and everyone talking about it, and him not wanting to talk about it, so they'd come talk to me about it. And they're like, don't tell Collin. But anyways,
so who called whose parents first with the news?
I don't know.
I think we were actually home when we made the decision. So we had come home when we actually had made the decision. We went to the temple with my parents.
Okay,
and that was the night that we wanted to figure it out, and so we told my parents, and then we were on the ride home with my parents.
Yeah, and I'm sure they were like supporting you with whatever you did, but probably thrilled that you were going to be closer to home.
Sure.
Right?
For sure. I think being home brings another aspect into the game that we're excited for.
So now that's all about kind of up to this point. Now we can look forward, and it already feels like we were with the whole team last week with you guys, and it just seems like you're already a part of this team. And this team's got some really nice pieces to it. Bruce Branch is new, but wildly talented. And Rob Wright's back to play alongside of you. Hopefully Dawson Baker is back with his great ability to shoot, and on and on and on with the pieces that are in place. And Kevin was telling us, we're going to add a big. Yeah. What do you feel like the potential for this team is as you look forward to this next basketball season?
Yeah, it's been super fun. I think even just outside of the talent level these guys have, I think just the way that we've connected so far off the court has been really special. I mean, it was like my first week here, and Rob was inviting me over to his house to watch the finals, to hang out, and we're on the golf course with all the guys, and we're doing things together just because we want to. You know, we're going to lunch together, we're doing all these things, and I think that's something that's special for the foundation of the team, because you can be as talented as you want, but if you're not connecting together, it's going to be hard to win games. And so that's the part I'm most excited about right now. But obviously in practice, there's a lot of pieces, there's a lot of options, and I think there's going to be a lot of fun on the court.
Eric on the stream says, good morning from Manila, the Philippines. Good to have you with us, Eric, as Cougar Nation spans the globe. So let's stay international for just a moment. You're on your mission to England. What did you learn on your mission that taught you the most about your ability to do hard things?
That's a great question. I think for the mission, anybody who's served a mission, or I guess advice for anybody that's going on a mission, is it's not always easy and great and awesome and sunshine. Literally in London, not much sunshine.
London and Seattle, not a lot of sunshine.
Yeah. So that was hard at first. Is like, you say you want to go on a mission, and it's great, and you can do it. Like, you can serve, you say you love serving and serve once or twice a week, you know, when you have to do it every day. And it's something just like human nature that you don't want to do. Like, it's just human nature. I don't want to get up and serve. I want to think about myself. Right. Yeah. And so that was so hard for a while, just everyday consistency, trying to do it, even when I don't feel like it's easy to serve, when I feel like serving, when I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling good, I want to go. And so that, I think, was a huge growing moment for me as a person, is learning consistency when I don't want to do things. Like, I had to learn to love it and have fun in things that I didn't have the desire to do at that moment. And that's come with basketball. Like, even though it's a game and you love it, some days you don't feel as good. You don't feel as motivated to go put in the extra work and have a good attitude, especially when you're leading, to have energy, bring energy, and be vocal. And so that's something I think I've learned as a person, and has helped me a ton.
Hannah, what do you think, as you supported him out on his mission, are some of the lessons that he learned from his experience on the mission that's helped him prepare for all of this big change, and all of these things that have been going on this last year, and as you move forward?
I think just staying super grounded. He's really good at he's always been super level-headed and everything, but I think just staying super grounded and humble, and not like, I don't know, he always talks about serving brings true joy, like just trying to find the good in everything. He's really good at that. So I think just
thank you,
making the best out of it, for sure.
Well, serving is undefeated. It's hard, but it's undefeated, right? Whenever you serve someone, you feel better. Yeah. Even if you feel lousy at the time, right? It's we talk about it all the time. If you feel miserable about your life, go out and do something for somebody else, right? And you'll feel better. It's just like magic. We got a few more minutes with Collin and Hannah. Let's do 5 questions. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
5 questions are presented by Strategy Square. Let Chantel help your business grow through social media. You can contact her at strategysquare.co. 5 questions, rapid fire. We'll go back and forth.
We'll start, like, what we'll do is, like, on the first question, Hannah will go first, and then Collin, and then Collin.
So no one gets an advantage.
And this is how we get tonight. So the first thing that comes to your head. Okay. Your favorite sports movie, Hannah?
Ooh, Miracle.
Love it.
Okay.
Collin, what about you?
Favorite sports movie?
Go on.
Rapid fire.
Boys in the Boat.
Oh, that, you know
That's a
what?
good one.
Nobody has said that one. Brendan and I love that
Not
show.
in 5 years has anyone said that. Boys in the
Yeah,
Boat.
that's a
Boys in
good
the
one.
Boat. No, it is really good. I'm glad you brought that one up. I
a good one.
remember that one. So
Okay.
that's a good one. Okay. Number 2, we'll start with you, Collin. So your favorite romantic movie.
I'll say The Proposal.
Oh, come on. Taking mine. I showed him that.
Oh, is that right?
You could
Hannah's
choose.
got me
How
into
to Lose a
rom-coms.
Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yep.
That's a good one.
That'll lose guy in 10 days.
Yep. That's a really good one.
We document all
Yes.
this
Yeah.
stuff.
The Proposal. Those are 2 great ones.
Yeah.
Those are ones if I'm just flicking through, I'll just start watching them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Comfort movies.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. Okay. So Hannah, you're up on
Yep.
this one. Your favorite singer or band?
Justin Bieber.
The Biebs. Okay. JB.
Biebs.
I'll say Kid Cudi right now.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi.
What concert were you two just at that you
Kid
posted?
We were
Cudi.
just
Kid
at
Cudi?
Kid Cudi.
There
Yeah,
you go.
So good.
he was in Utah and it was awesome.
So good.
Where did he play?
At USANA.
USANA.
Well, I guess
USANA?
what's it called now?
Is it America First or
Yeah.
something?
I don't know.
like that?
First.
Just
One of our
some-
buddies runs that out there.
Oh, sweet.
cool.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's awesome.
Okay, Kid Cudi.
So Kid Cudi and Justin. Guess who his is, by the way?
What's
Who?
that?
yes,
It's
it's a
embarrassing.
wide variety. What is it? AC/DC and
Okay.
Keith Urban.
Okay.
Those are 2.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, don't really go together.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but, you know,
I like that though. Like I guess my
That's like
second right now
childhood.
is like Olivia Dean. I don't know if you guys know
We're
her.
trying. I'm gonna hook us up for. I'm trying to find us some tickets for Olivia Dean. She's coming.
So she,
Bring us.
her,
Do
and
You want to go? You guys want to go?
Her,
Yeah,
I'll
let's
see if
go.
I can. I'll see if
Her
I can
and
get
Kid
some.
Cudi are a little bit different, but
Yeah.
it
she's
just
good
depends
too.
what mood you're in.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Corinne Bailey Ray. I don't know if you know her at
I do
all.
not.
But listen to Corinne Bailey Ray.
Yeah.
Put your records on, and then you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
reincarnation of her." Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, put your
Yeah.
records on.
I won't
Tell
mention.
me your
Okay.
I
favorite
won't mention
song.
Blaine's favorite hip hop that we can't play around the kids. We'll just move on.
I grew up in New York playing basketball and football. Like the only music I ever heard
I
growing
love
up
it.
was hip hop music,
love
right?
it.
So,
Okay, all
but
right.
I have
Collins.
there's some country stuff that Brenda's
Yeah.
converted me to now. So I
We-
like
Well, I
Tim.
converted
like
you
a lot
to
of
Keith
stuff.
Urban.
Yeah, I like Keith Urban a lot, and
took him.
I love Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
All right.
But I do hip hop. Okay.
By the way, Brad Paisley's coming to Stadium of Fire. You want to see
Brad
that?
Paisley's dad comes on the
That's
show
so
all the
Really?
time. Yeah, because we did a live pregame show from West Virginia, and Brad Paisley starts every tour. They're huge West Virginia fans. His dad drives the tour bus, and so Doug comes on the show and gives us
So
previews
cool.
of West Virginia stuff.
He's going to be
So
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, and Dave hosts the Stadium of Fire, so he'll get a chance to
I
spend
did.
some
I
time.
went to
pressure
Stadium
thing I
Fire
do.
once as a kid.
Yeah, I don't
that was
think
my
I've ever
first time
been.
coming to Provo.
You guys should
Yeah.
be. You should be
Now
going to
you're
that.
regulars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now this is your town.
So okay, who's up? Who's up first now?
Let's see.
Me.
Yeah.
Colin's up.
I said,
Okay.
yeah.
So your favorite date. So favorite thing to do on a date.
Like have dinner, go in the mountains, and watch the sunset.
Nice. Especially when it's orange because of the
Yeah.
smoke, right?
It sounds like you.
Yeah.
It sounds like you took that right out of your favorite romantic movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like they didn't do that in the proposal, did they? No.
I don't
No.
know. They do it in every other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, Hannah, your favorite date.
I like sushi nights. Go out to get sushi.
Sushi night. Do you have a place? Like you can recommend it on here. Like, is there a place you guys love? Sushi?
Sapa in Salt Lake. It's my favorite place.
Mhm.
It's
Nice.
the best.
You sound like my son Gavin and his
Nuh-uh.
wife. They like
That's
to
so
go.
fun. Yeah, it's so good.
Okay. So you're up first, Hannah.
Okay.
Your favorite thing about Collin.
This is number 5.
Oh, okay.
And yours won't be your favorite thing about you.
Yeah,
It'll be your favorite thing about
so
him.
many.
So
Of
you got a
them.
little bit of time.
Yeah,
A little bit of time.
it's only a 2-hour show.
Hannah, you have to pick out one thing that you just love about Collin. What is it?
Discipline. He's very disciplined. Pushes me too. That's good.
Discipline. Okay.
That's it.
Collin.
Okay.
She's very patient and understanding, not just for me, but something I've always admired is people will always come to her to talk about their problems, to talk about things that are going on in their life, just because she's so good at listening and caring for those people. And I think that's cool because people do not come to me for those kind of things. So
That is a great characteristic skill to have. Just
Thank
to be
you.
a great listener. So,
That's good.
hey, bonus one for just Collin.
Okay.
Where does AJ go tomorrow?
if I was in the NBA, I would take him at 1. I think it's crazy if they don't,
To
but
the Wizards.
yeah, I mean, I hate it for Utah that's where he goes,
Yeah.
but if I'm a GM, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Did you hear Dave earlier? Were you guys in when he was saying selfish Dave wants him at the Jazz,
Yeah.
but unselfish Dave
Unselfish
wants him with the
Dave.
Wizards because the East Coast and the church gets him back there. And even though he's not a member of the church,
He's
Ace
a-
and
he's a
Chelsea
flag
and
bearer.
AJ,
Yeah.
they're very supportive of
Yeah.
the church and BYU's mission and all that. And they've all been on the show, AJ and Ace and his mom. So
Well, and
So, Chelsea.
in lieu of that, And you got a piece of that back there as a member of the church in Kentucky, and there's a lot of church members in Kentucky, maybe not a lot, but a number of them. But now you're one of the stars of the BYU basketball team, and it's global. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I think the platform that BYU gives is one thing to have a platform to be able to share the gospel to people that probably aren't as familiar with my beliefs and that kind of thing. But I think it's different here because you get to have a platform with people that a lot of people have the same beliefs as you, and especially to like kids that are deciding whether to go on a mission or not. I got to, at the Fathers and Sons, I got to speak in front of all the kids at the MTC and share my experience about my mission and hopefully let the Spirit touch them and inspire them to go serve the Lord. I think it's just a cool opportunity and a special platform.
Well, when you were visiting after you'd committed and you were coming to BYU and you talked to us before our game, we're like, hey, we're excited. Someday we're going to call your games. Someday we are going to call your games.
That's right.
I don't think we're going to get the
It's gonna
Ohio
be in
State
November.
game. But I bet we'll get the next one after that.
We'll have a handful of them.
We'll probably
So
do 10 or
fun.
12
Sweet.
years this year.
Sweet.
We'll be bragging. We'll always be talking about how Hannah is the real reason you're good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Everybody
Yes.
already
You got
knows
an
that.
insight
You
with
don't have to
us.
say it.
The Chandler's with us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
Good to
having
see
us.
you and I.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks
great.
for having us.
We'll see you at the Marriott Center and in the gym here real soon.
Sounds
but
good.
enjoy summer.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Hannah and Collin Chandler here on the Wise Guys. We'll cut them free. We'll move back to our seats. And as we do that, I'll let you know the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week is presented by Redmond. The secret is in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com. And it is our pleasure to announce Taylor Lovell as the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week. Lovell won the national title in the 3,000-meter steeplechase this month at the NCAA Outdoor Championships in Eugene, Oregon. She ran an amazing race, running third for most of the event. 2 laps to go. She moved into second. 300 meters left. She took over first place and then turned on the jets and beat the field by 5.5 seconds. Her run time of 9 minutes, 21 seconds, and 21.03 was 7 seconds faster than her previous best. The national champ and first-team All-American also won the Big 12 steeplechase title. Senior from Gilbert, Arizona, 4th steeplechase national champion from BYU in the last 6 years. And she extends the Cougars' claim as Steeplechase U. Taylor Lovell, the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week. The secret's in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com. Click on the link in the chat and the show notes for a discount code giving you 15% off of Redmond products. And Taylor will join us on the show next week. She was amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited for her to be on the show this next week. And truly, BYU has become Steeplechase U. Like, they just expect to have a national champ on both sides, the men's and the women's, every time they step on the track, which is awesome. So,
John Wilson is sitting in, and he's here, and we're going to kick off our campus notes, which are presented by BYU Pathway Worldwide. There is a connection. We'll explain it to you. BYU Pathway makes truly affordable, fully online, spiritually based college degrees accessible to folks worldwide through greatly reduced tuition, weekly peer gatherings, and English support, helping students earn sooner, increase their income, and deepen their faith. Learn more at byupathway.edu. Let's jump into men's hoops.
yeah, start with men's hoops. NBA draft is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time on ABC ESPN. Friday at 6 on ESPN. AJ DeBonsa will probably be the first pick, first or second pick. Collin says if he was in the NBA, he'd take him number one. Richie Saunders is expected to be selected in the second round on Wednesday. No BYU player has ever been selected number one in the NBA draft. Mel Hutchins and Sean Bradley were both number 2 in their respective drafts.
Could be a historic night. That'll make it cool.
Very cool.
Football News, CBS Sports reports their NFL sources. And whenever someone says NFL sources,
there you go.
What they talk about? They claim BYU could have close to 10 players selected in next year's draft, with at least 5 having a shot at going in the first 3 rounds, including LJ Martin, Cade Uluave, Faletau Satuala, Isaiah Glasker, and Evan Johnson. Those are just 5. And then they say there are 5 more.
Well, and remember, like the last couple of years, people have been saying to us, how's BYU competing at such a high level in the Big 12? They don't even have any NFL guys. And we kept saying, you guys, they're underclassmen. Like, they're playing a bunch of underclassmen that are big-time NFL players. This is the year that they start to be harvested into the NFL. So that's big time. Let's move to men's golf.
Let's do it.
So Todd Miller hires Spencer Dunaway as an associate head coach. This is the guy, you remember on the show last week? He was hinting about during our interview with him last week. You can watch that interview again at wiseguys.com. So welcome to BYU, Spencer Dunaway.
So I texted him after this announcement. I go, hey, was this the guy? Because he was saying, if I get the guy I want, we're going to be.
Guy. We're going to.
Yeah, this is the guy.
That's awesome.
That's good. How about former Coug Zach Blair, tied for 32nd at the U.S. Open, finished at 6 over par, tied with the likes of Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson, and he won $129,000.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day weekend.
That's a great Father's Day weekend
Blair.
for Zach. And way to go. Way to even be qualified to go play in it. So in women's golf, incoming freshman Kate Walker wins the Utah Girls Junior State Am. Big deal. Kate is a great addition for Carrie Roberts and the Cougs. Hey, nothing like winning the state am and then coming in and starting your collegiate career at BYU.
Just keep winning. Soccer season tickets go on sale Wednesday for Cougar Club members and corporate sponsors. They're on sale Thursday for the general public at BYUtickets.com. The home slate includes games against USC, Minnesota, Oklahoma, and Utah comes down here this year. And as you know, Southfield is the place to be when the Cougars are playing soccer.
And Jen Rockwood doesn't shy away from playing anybody.
No.
I mean, just listen to that schedule that you just read off. So the USA World Cup schedule. Let's talk about that. This has been a great phenomenon. I think people from around the world are learning that the media in their respective countries has been misrepresenting what the United States is all about. You're hearing it every day. Yeah. It's like, wow, Tennessee's a great place. People are so nice. These stadiums are amazing. Like, I don't get shot when I go out on the street here. Like Seattle's amazing. Like, so it's been a great showcase for the United States, for the world. And how about that?
And it helps that the U.S. is good.
Yeah. And how about that game in Seattle and the crowd and all of that for Team USA? They play Turkey this Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time on Fox. And then the knockout rounds start for the United States on July 1st.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah. Argentina's Lionel Messi made history today as the World Cup's all-time leading scorer with 18 goals.
I saw the first one, and then he scored another one, and you're like, he scored all their goals so far. 5 goals, they're all from Messi. The
greatest player in history. And so Brendan and I, 2 years ago, when he signed with Miami, we thought the greatest player in the world in this sport is going to play in Miami. Let's go see him.
Yeah.
So we flew down to Miami and went to watch him, and the stadium's a little smaller and up close. Dave, I've never seen anything like it. Like at his age, his quickness with the ball on his feet. He was like everybody else was. I don't know what that button you push on Xbox is when they go faster than everybody. DJ knows what that button is, but he's just a different level than everybody else on the field. Yeah. It's amazing. So congrats to Messi. All-time leading scorer in World Cup history.
Women's basketball, BYU star Delaney Gibbs in Montreal this week, training with the Canadian senior women's national team, as she reminded us sitting here last month. Representing Canada in the Olympics is goal number 1.
Absolutely.
And she's well on her way. I saw some footage today of her hitting some shots from the corner for Team Canada.
Yeah, fantastic. And she just keeps getting better, and she's well grounded and she knows how to work. So sky's the limit for Delaney Gibb. Campus Notes are presented by BYU Pathway Worldwide. Learn how to increase your education in a way that can benefit your life at byupathway.edu. Our next guest is a former BYU Pathway employee who now champions a church education program called Succeed in School. It's a prequel to BYU Pathway, and it helps youth around the world prepare for higher ed. It's our pleasure to welcome John Wilson to the Wise Guys. Tyler came in with a tie, and then right. I believe we added some peer pressure, and we apologize for that.
No, it's good.
But hey,
I saw Elder Gilbert's interview, and I said I cannot achieve close to that. So this tie is coming off.
Well, we always feel like some of the fun of this show is just such a relaxed atmosphere, and you've been here for the whole show. You came before the show and watched us do some pre-promotion stuff, and we love that you get to come on with us and just chill with us and just talk.
Well, I got to tell my son that I got to take a selfie with Collin Chandler and Hannah Chandler.
Nice.
That was
very
good. Special
How
moment.
about the Chandlers? And they're ambassadors to what you're trying to do.
They really are. They're like leading the way. They're what we want young people to be in the world. They're great examples of that in the church educational system. So
So your official title is, it's a long one, Global Director of Church Schools and Academic Programs. And we're here tonight. We're going to focus on Succeed in School. Tell us what that is and how it works.
Yeah, Succeed in School, like you said, I like your pitch. That might be our new catchline, the prequel to BYU Pathway.
Well, remember when we were on the phone, I was thinking of Star Wars. There was the 3, and then all of a sudden the other 3 came out from before the original.
That's right. So we aren't the Disney ones afterwards. No. So Succeed in School is a church program that helps youth prepare to become disciples of Jesus Christ, but they are taking academic classes through the stakes. This prepares them for university and prepares them for life.
So how many students are involved in the program, and where are they in the world?
Yeah, we are trending toward 70,000 students this year.
Wow.
We are in about 40 countries in 5 continents right now.
40 countries.
Yeah, and it's growing. Again, the church is, the Lord's hastening his work. And you can see that BYU Pathway, Succeed in School, seminaries and institutes, and English Connect are part of that global educational system.
Project the growth for Succeed in School, where it all starts now over these next few years. And is it similar to the projection of we're going to start building temples, and now there's just temples everywhere?
You know, it's interesting. BYU Pathway has these global education centers that they've built in Africa and the Philippines. And those are purposefully adjacent to temples. One of my favorite scriptures is in Doctrine and Covenants, section 97. The Lord says 2 things: that he's pleased that there should be a school in Zion.
Yeah.
We know that one. He also says later on, I'm pleased that a house should be built unto me in the land of Zion. So that's a temple. Now, the beautiful thing is he says later on, and this is something I just caught in my scripture study a couple of years ago. He says, if Zion do these things, and that's what he's referring to. He's talking about building a school and building temples. She shall prosper, and she shall spread herself, and shall become very great and very glorious. And the nations of the earth shall honor her. So you look at that as a fulfillment of prophecy of what BYU Pathway, Succeed in School, seminaries, and institutes, they're part of the system that helps bless people around the world to get a church education.
John Wilson, the Director of Academic Strategy and Programs for Seminaries and Institutes, is on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union. So where does Succeed in School fit into the global church education system? Like, how does that work? We know about BYU Pathway. We talk about it all the time on here. How does this go?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. So if you're an 11-year-old or older, you can participate in Succeed in School if your stake sponsors that program. It's a priesthood-led program. So think of it like, you know how seminaries and institutes operates outside of the Pioneer Corridor here. You have a seminary and institutes coordinator. That person is the full-time employee that oversees all the classes that are taught for seminary and institute. That same person is who our team works with to train and operate the program locally. They work with the local stake presidency, stake council, who makes the decision. We want Succeed in School in our stake. And then that program is offered. The stake leaders choose which classes meet the needs of the youth. So that we have a lot of different options. They can choose a reading and writing or math program. This might be really good if you're in Zimbabwe, you're in a school system that doesn't work. You might even want to take a digital literacy class or study and life skills class. That's helping kids know how to use computers and technology responsibly. So all these courses are available through the stake. The stake leaders call teachers, and then they're trained by the seminary and institutes professionals. Those kids then go through the classes, increase their confidence. We're happy to see the most recent surveys have shown that 95% of our students increase in their academic skills, pass their exams, increase their faith in Jesus Christ. So really it's about building the rising generation academically so they can become the next generation of leaders.
So anybody hearing this from anywhere in the world that's in the church, and if Succeed in School is not going on where they are, they can ask the stake president to either get it started or how do we get more information? So everyone around the world has access to this program. So if you're thinking, hey, that would be great around here, but I haven't heard anything about it, ask about it because they have the information, right?
That's exactly right. Succeedinschool.org is where they can learn more about it, how to contribute. I want to illustrate a story, though, that sort of lines up with this idea of succeed in school. So a couple of stories, if it's okay. One of them's this young man named Jonathan Kobana. Jonathan lives in Ghana. He's, at the time, this is when Succeed in School was starting in West Africa. So he's about 12 years old or so, hasn't seen a computer before, and is in a failing school. So Jonathan has about a 20% chance at this point to graduate from high school and a much lower chance to go to higher ed. And that's the case with most kids in sub-Saharan Africa and a lot of countries throughout the world. So the area presidency approved Succeed in School, and the stake presidency brought it into a stake. He starts going to the weekly classes after school. So after he goes to school, this is not a replacement for school. He goes and he socializes and meets other church members and other friends of the church. They take these classes, reading, writing, math. He's all of a sudden getting his confidence. He's passing his school exams. Next, he takes a digital literacy course. He learns how to type and use computers. So now he has a skill that's going to bless him in his life. He's now about to prepare to go on a mission. He's ready for a mission. He can read the Book of Mormon, read the scriptures because of what he's learned and Succeed in School. And he's taking seminary along the way. Now he goes on a mission, and I believe he went to Nigeria. I saw him when he came back last year, and he was giving a devotional to Succeed in School youth, telling him his story. He's now a return missionary. He's a BYU pathway student, university education, and he has a remote job that's getting paid in dollars so that he can be able to provide for his family. So you see this kind of full circle effect where Succeed in School starts you off with that early stage preparation, gets those youth ready for higher education for life, and then they're able to be ready to be self-reliant.
And education, and I know you have many stories about this, changes his whole world physically, mentally, spiritually. Everything he needs, they get by virtue of furthering their education and opening opportunities, right?
That's right. That's right. So especially in places like sub-Saharan Africa and other places throughout the world, there's no opportunities for university options. So that's why BYU Pathway is such a great partner with Succeed in School within the church educational system. BYU is that as Elder Gilbert says, the ambassador, right? You're the ambassador to the world. You give us a halo effect to the rest of the educational system. We operate through seminaries and institutes, which is our system of operation. But really, it's through Priesthood Keys locally that this works. And I'll tell you, this is another recent miracle. We go from West Africa to West Jordan, Utah. My 13-year-old Ella participated in a Succeed in School class this school year. And I remember about a month ago, I just sat down with her at dinner time. I said, "What did you learn in your Succeed in School class, sweetie?" And she just said, "Dad, we learned about procrastination in our schoolwork." And I realized that I'm procrastinating my homework. I said, "You are?" Somebody else told her this. So she's like,
I'm sure that you've never said that in her life, right?
I'm like, wow, that's such a revelation. She's like, "Yeah, Dad." And they taught me some time management skills and how I can do my homework better. And I was like, wow. But in all seriousness, like you see Jonathan and Kobana and then little Ella Wilson, and the church is providing educational resources to bless these young people. And it's giving them hope and it's giving them vision.
When you look at the miracles of the restored church in the modern era, where does BYU Pathway and the global education system come in?
Oh, I remember when I was at Rick's College with this wonderful man named David Bednar. He was the president there at the time.
Yeah.
He said that the foundation of BYU Idaho was one of the fundamental events of the restoration, which I was like, wow, that's an interesting statement. In the church educational system, it's a fundamental event. And what happened is that BYU Idaho was the parent, if you will, of BYU Pathway. That's when I began at Pathway, when I was up at BYU Idaho with Kim Clark when he was the president, and then Clark Gilbert came after that. So that's laying the ground of your answering your question. So you have BYU Pathway now that's been born of this, and it's serving 180 countries or more throughout the world. You have English Connect, and then you have Succeed in School. All of this is part of the modern miracle. And I think of that same Elder Bednar. He was at the Silicon Slopes 3 years ago. You guys may remember when he said something like this. He said, in Africa, we have millions and millions and millions that need education. And he describes three things. It's interesting. He said they need to know the scriptures. Okay. Then he says they need to learn the colonial languages in their countries and know how to read the scriptures in those countries. And then he said, they're going to be part of higher education and through pathway. And when he described millions and millions and millions, I thought that's pretty significant in the restoration to be thinking about a church educational system serving millions and millions and millions. And the scriptures comes through seminary and institute.
Right.
I'm wearing this little pin right here. This is 1 million students in seminaries and institutes this year that the church celebrates.
Wow.
This is a miracle. And so the scriptures come from them. The Succeed in School teaches those academic foundational skills to prepare you for university. And then BYU Pathway provides an education, university access. And I remember watching the BYU game where our dear sister BYU Pathway student said a prayer. I don't know if you remember that moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just like an electric moment when you realize it's coming full circle. Everything is coming back to how do we bless the one throughout the world? And how can you bring a church educational system? So I think it is absolutely significant. And to hear these prophetic statements be stated, that it's going to change the world. Yeah. And I really believe that all these programs working as a system will.
Well, Cougar Nation's out there listening. They're listening with us tonight. They'll download this all week long. What can Cougar Nation around the world do to help?
I think just be aware that the church is, tell your kids and grandkids and other friends that this church is changing the world through education, and it's doing it one person at a time. Being aware of Succeed in School and BYU Pathway in your local units, seminaries and institutes, all these resources are available to you through Priesthood Channel. And then just be aware that you can help, succeedinschool.org, byupathway.edu. You can go on there. You can find out ways to volunteer your time and resources and how you can bless the work.
Russell on the stream says Succeed in School is an amazing program. John is also amazing. Sign him as a big for the BYU basketball team. They will also succeed.
Oh, yeah, that's a false prophecy right there. Yeah.
Let's do 5 questions for John Wilson of Succeed in School. They're presented by Strategy Square. You heard the Chandlers get theirs.
Yours are a little different.
They're a little different. Different ones for you. You ready?
Yeah, let's start with this. We'll do one that's similar. Your favorite sports movie?
It's sort of loosely sports, but Cinderella Man.
Oh, that's
boxing movie.
Oh yeah, that's a
Russell
sports
Crowe.
movie.
Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah,
he's really good.
That's a good one.
Okay, your favorite singer or band?
I learned how to play the guitars on Hey Jude and the Beatles.
Beatles.
I know it's a classic.
That is classic.
I love Beatles.
Never go wrong with Beatles. Yeah. What about Olivia Dean? Like the kids were, Collin and Hannah were like Town Olivia. I'm all in on that one. So, your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, Leatherby's ice cream.
Okay, it's got to be Leatherby's.
And I'm going to say chocolate peanut butter cup.
Chocolate peanut butter cup.
All right.
Have you been to the creamery here?
Yes, I have. And Graham Canyon.
I see.
That seems to be the thing.
That is a phenomenon. It's a phenom.
We need. It's up in the church office building too. They have it stocked with the Graham Canyon.
I imagine.
Yeah. Graham Canyon is something. So
you have to get to the gym if you eat a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
you can put it down.
It is.
You know what though? You can't. I can't. I work out a lot, and I can't work out enough to overcome how much I love ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. Yep.
So, okay, your favorite BYU sports memory?
I'm just going to cite a recent one because my son is a huge BYU sports fan, and so am I. And watching it together has been a bonding experience. Yeah. But when Will Farron kicked the field goal at 2024 against University of Utah, that was a moment of excitement when they were down in the fourth quarter and pulled it off.
It was fantastic.
It was pretty special.
For 2 guys who had to do the post-game show, it was fantastic.
Yeah, we were so happy about that. It changes the trajectory of our show after the game. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a great one.
And the beauty of it with your son, who's, I believe, ready to head out on a mission, right?
Yeah, he's going to West Africa, to Cote d'Ivoire in about 2 months. So he's getting ready to go.
That's awesome. When you watch in a moment like that, a sports moment like that, who you watch it with is what makes it extra special and why you remember it. We've all seen fantastic finishes, but on finishes where we were there together, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And then you just recall it the rest of your life.
There's something about hugging somebody as you're jumping in the air together that just seals some connections.
Dave and I remember, one of the ones that we remember together is we were there to do a pre and post game show at Nebraska, and the Hail Mary on the goal line to Matthews. We were right on the goal line, right by where he was. So we were watching it, and he caught it, and we couldn't believe it. And then I looked at Dave and I go, "Did he get in the end zone?" And then the official comes running over and throws his hands up, and then we start jumping up and down. We're like, "He did!" It was like, and we always have that because we were right there, right on the goal line in that amazing stadium with all those fans. and watch the Hail Mary. We've had a few of
The
those.
Hail Mary, the Farron kick, those are classic moments.
We've had some fun ones. So,
Okay.
number 5, if you had to pick out one thing, what's your favorite thing about BYU Pathway Worldwide, English Connect, and Succeed in School?
Just that we're working as a system to bless the one at scale.
Well said.
Yeah,
Well said.
and that's not easy to do. Bless the one, but do it at scale.
Yeah.
So that the one adds up to millions and millions.
That's right.
So
Will you let everybody know up there in the church office building, the Wise Guys send their best?
We will.
We're just grateful that you came down. And
I got to dress down for you guys today from church office
no,
building
we're so
attire.
happy that you didn't wear a tie.
Listen, if Elder Gilbert asked you where your tie was, we're going to feel really bad.
That's right.
You can tell Elder Gilbert say, "Hey, Blaine and Dave were giving you a hard time about wearing a tie."
No noose is good news, as my grandpa said. So.
Yeah, no, we love our relationship with Elder Gilbert. He's been great to work with for us. So
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And thanks for what you're doing with Succeed in School. And you get more information that at succeedinschool.org and byupathway.org. We just think it's awesome. And as Wise Guys with connections to Cougar Nation around the world, we couldn't be happier to be a partner because we're all in on that.
Thank you.
It's great.
Thanks for all that you guys do. This is amazing work.
Good to have you with us. Do you like our man cave?
I'm very much enjoying the man cave. Lots of MD going on here, but this is beautiful. And I took a picture to say to my son, I was actually there.
Oh,
This
we're
is
so glad.
This is a great
It's
moment
fun.
of life.
It's great to have you here.
make sure on when you're heading, you talk to Luana, who's like a 90-year-old fan. That's super fan. She's here.
Closer to 19, but yeah.
And if you stick around a little bit, Bronson will be walking in.
Okay.
He's a gigantic human being.
Love it.
A former defensive end for the Baltimore Ravens, and he's got a great story, but an amazing human being.
Thanks, John.
Hey, thanks, friends.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate you.
John Wilson, you can learn more about BYU Pathway Worldwide and how education can change your life for the better at byupathway.org and succeedinschool.org. We love having these interviews that explain what's going on.
Yeah.
And there are great programs around, and some of us might not know that they're available, and now we do. And that's one thing we like. We like a nice megaphone here.
A lot of these, like BYU Pathway, I think people think, oh, this is amazing for the people in Africa. No, this is amazing. We've had, Pathway grads from right here in the United States, from right here in Utah on the show.
Yeah.
It's blessing the lives of people all over the world. And so is Succeed in School. So these things are global programs, but they're available to you here in the United States if you're here, or if you're over in the Philippines, or you're in, like we have folks coming in today from the Philippines and sometimes from Japan, or wherever you are, the church education system is there for you.
Quick Quack Car Wash is a proud sponsor of the Wise Guys. This week, Quick Quack Car Wash is back in Houston, Texas to celebrate the grand opening of their 41st location. There's a lot of cars in Texas. So I'm telling you, they all need a wash.
Yes,
this one's just south of the Houston Hobby Airport.
Yeah, and the fundraiser in conjunction with this grand opening is helping a family of a 16-year-old young lady battling a mitochondrial disease called Lee syndrome. She's bravely endured numerous surgeries, hospital stays, medical procedures, and ongoing health complications. No child should have to go through this or face this type of challenge. Despite it all, Michaela continues to inspire those around her with her strength and resilience, and the fundraiser for this grand opening is going to help Michaela.
Keeping with tradition, there will also be 12 days of free car washes starting Wednesday at this Houston location. And if you have someone who could benefit from a Quick Quack fundraiser, submit their story to quickquack.com/preview fundraiser. And when you see a Quick Quack car wash, know that it's a company started and operated by BYU grads who support Cougar athletics and the Wise Guys. And they remind everybody, don't drive dirty. Don't drive dirty.
So
there's plenty of Quick Quacks. Just find one and wash your car. And we certainly appreciate their support. Tonight, we are thrilled to introduce this week's BYU superfan who's been supporting the Cougars for nearly 9 decades. It's our pleasure to welcome Luana Rowe to the Wise Guys. With your BYU sweater on,
Yes.
looking first class. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Let's move that mic
I'm
just a
gonna pull
little
this
closer.
Right to you, right
Okay.
there.
Hey, what makes you a BYU superfan?
I love BYU and I love sports. And so I'm just thrilled with just being able to go and attend them. So I do have this for you guys.
What is this?
And this is for you also.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's right. A picture
What?
we took with each other
Uh-huh.
when you came to our booth.
Is this an actual puzzle
It's an
of
actual
this?
puzzle.
It's a puzzle.
Yes.
Turn that around, Blaine, so we can show that.
that is really cool.
That's a puzzle
Let's see how
of
it gets so it's not
us
glary. There we go.
before, I'm not sure what game it was, but as you can tell, it was a cold day.
Mississippi.
Was it Mississippi? UMass.
Oh,
UMass.
this was back. Dave and I were actually calling the game, and you
Yes.
guys came up to the booth to see
Yes.
us before the game, and we got our picture with you when we were calling that UMass game a couple of years ago.
That's awesome.
So I
Thank you.
put that together. and
That is
I
really
think about
cool.
you. Just wanted you to see it.
Thank you very
so,
much.
Luana, there have been big wins and a few significant losses over the years. But what is it about BYU sports that won your heart over those years ago and has managed to keep it all this time?
Well, I started BYU in 1954, and we just had a stadium that was so small, only 5,000.
Yeah.
And I've watched it grow over the years, and it has been so fun to just go and support BYU and the team and just the spirit that's there. I just love it.
So in the 50s, they weren't necessarily very good, right? They were struggling.
No.
What helped you keep the faith to just keep supporting them through some pretty lean years as they just kind of were launching this program?
Probably because I love the sports. My father was a baseball. Well, he is. I'll say everything, but he took me to baseball games when I was a little girl,
Yeah.
and so I just kept wanting to see more sports, and so it's been so fun. Then I have 3 sons that are involved in sports, and so it's been just so fun.
Well, let's talk about some of your most favorite memories watching the Cougars, cheering the football team on. What's at the top of your list?
I loved watching Jeff Congdon and Dick Nemelka.
Yeah.
They were so fun to watch. And then I didn't see Royce Bybee play, but I know he knows you.
Yeah, Royce and I are dear friends. Yeah.
Yes, so he's told me a lot about some of the behind the scenes things. And so the other one is when they beat Miami. We had just left Florida, and the Florida people were expecting Florida to beat BYU that year.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1989.
90?
90,
Yeah.
uh-huh,
When they were number
1990.
one, Miami number one.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was excited because we were just moving back from Florida. And so we got tickets. And so when we arrived, I could hardly wait for the game. And then I saw the football players from Florida get off the bus and everything. And I thought, I hope BYU beats them because when they went back there, they were all expecting to win. Were they ranked? Then
They were number one.
Florida was number one.
Miami was number one, and they came in. BYU beat them, and it wasn't like they had a bad season. They ended up really dominating in a New Year's Day bowl and finishing like top 5. I meant them in 2.
And before they came here, remember, they played back there
I know.
in 89,
I know.
and they beat us up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Ty got revenge.
And that was so fun because they really expected to win. And I thought, oh, I wish BYU would really beat them. And they did. And it was so fun.
And you got to go to a game with no humidity. Wasn't that nice?
That was wonderful.
You've met a lot of BYU quarterbacks. I know you love Ty Detmer, and do you have a favorite quarterback of all those great quarterbacks?
Let's see. Probably Ty Detmer.
Probably Ty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's such a good,
such a nice person. Besides,
And he won the Heisman.
And he won
So
the
that's
Heisman.
cool.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
So when the Cougs come out on a typical game day and there's the pageantry with the band on the field before the game, and then at the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, out come the fire dancers and all of that stuff going on, and Cosmo's doing his thing, and the game's going on, and there's 60,000 people. Can you believe from a stadium of 5,000 where you used to watch that we're in this now?
That was amazing because I remember sitting on those bleachers is what they were.
Yeah.
And it was snowing. It'd be snowing. Nothing covering us. And so we really sat through some snowstorms there. But we would go and watch and support them. But the basketball then, the coach, Stan Watts,
Yeah.
when he came, his niece lived in Grand Junction where I had gone to high school. And so he came over to visit and had a fireside. And he was just the nicest person.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember, but they won in 1951, I think it was. they won the NIT, which is like a NCAA.
Yeah, bigger at the time.
Yeah, at the time, the NIT was the big tournament.
Yes, it was. And so that was exciting. And then Mel Hutchins was on that team. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, his sister then that same year won Miss America. Do you remember that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Mel Hutchins won a national championship and his sister was Miss America.
And that was really exciting because that sort of put the church out in front a little bit. But living in Grand Junction, going into high school, what's BYU? Because that's where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So people were asking me, and I said, oh, I just really want to go to BYU. And then then that happened. Suddenly BYU, I didn't have to explain what BYU was.
Well, how about this last year that happened with AJ DeBonsa?
Oh,
Suddenly,
isn't that fun?
you don't have to explain BYU again either.
No, not at all. We have season tickets. When we lived in Bountiful before we moved to Florida, or before DC actually, we had season tickets, and we would go and from Bountiful, if there was a snowstorm, we'd say, should we go or shouldn't we? And we said, oh yeah, we should go. We don't want to miss a game. And so we drove up and all the way back in the snowstorm, but it was always so worth it. It was so fun.
So AJ, the draft is tomorrow. Do you want him to be the number 1 pick?
Yes.
And go to the Wizards?
Oh no.
Or do you want him to be the number 2 pick and come to the Utah Jazz?
I'd love to have.
I mean, Dave and I have been discussing this because it's like part of us wants him to be the number 1 pick because no BYU player's ever been that, right?
No.
But another part of us wants him right here. What do you think? What's your preference on that?
Oh, that's a hard one because I'd like to have him here too. But I think I'd like to see him be number 1.
Yeah, I think number 1 wins. I've moved over to just let him be number 1.
He's decided he's not going to be selfish and he wants him to be number 1.
You too. I agree.
So, BYU superfan Luana Rowe on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union. We had a fun thing that we got to share together. We got to go on this Cougar cruise together, and Brendan and I got a chance to meet you on the cruise and spend some time with you on the cruise.
Your wonderful wife, I love her.
Oh, she loves you too. That's for sure. What was that experience like? Because you follow it so closely, and now you're on a whole ship full of BYU fans, but also you're there with Jim McMahon and all of these stars of the past. And tell us about that experience. How was that for you?
Oh, I thought that was wonderful. There was such a wonderful spirit there, and anyone that gets a chance to go on that should take a chance, take the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
Because it's a wonderful feeling there, and it was so fun. But the wonderful thing about it was the wonderful people that were there, and just the friendships that were made. And I loved every minute. I almost didn't go because I was 90. I was going to be 90, and I thought, who wants an older woman on this cruise? But I'm so glad I went because it was just so fun, and you were also nice. Well, all of you were so kind.
It was wonderful for all of us as well. Yeah.
All right, let's get to 5 questions. We've talked about some of them, and then we'll get you out the door. Who's in your entourage today?
Bruce, my son, and Darren, my grandson. And I had season tickets with both of them, plus my other son. So it's been a real pleasure because I've gone with my two sons and my grandson.
Nice. It's good to have you guys here with us.
They're wonderful.
Thanks for bringing mom, grandma up, right? So that's awesome.
5 questions presented by Strategy Square. So we'll hit them real quick, rapid fire. You ready?
Okay.
Do you have first off, a favorite memory, a favorite thing from the BYU cruise?
No, because I loved it all.
You loved it all?
Just the whole thing?
The whole thing.
The endless ice cream wasn't the top of the list?
That was good.
It was good.
Oh, actually, in fact, with that, I was eating an ice cream cone, and Eric Meek was a little boy.
Yeah.
Came and sat down by me. And so we started talking, and he was sharing his ice cream. I mean, he was eating his ice cream. I was eating mine. And so that was really fun just to talk to him.
Ice cream with the Meekas.
So cute.
Yeah.
Great.
Very cool. You mentioned Ty Detmer as your favorite quarterback. Do you have a favorite BYU football player other than Ty? Is there a player that you've just said, oh, that's my favorite football player of all time?
Well, I'd have to say Royce, but I
Royce
never
Bybee?
seen him play. Yeah, because he lived right across the street from me, and we became really, really good friends. And when we were in DC, we couldn't see the games, so they televised it at the Stake Center.
Right.
Royce happened to be the announcer, but I didn't know him then. And so I'd take my 3 sons, and we'd go and watch the game. And it was just so fun. And then later on, Royce moved in and I found out he was the voice, and that was really
Yeah.
The rest was history.
Yeah,
Yes.
Royce and Pam are great.
Oh,
and
aren't they wonderful?
Royce was my one of my hosts on my recruiting visit.
He told me that.
So when I
talked to
came,
him.
Royce took me all around and introduced me and took me on campus and did all that. So Royce has been a dear friend because he's one of the reasons I came to BYU, because he took great care of me on my recruiting
such
visit.
a good person too.
Yeah, he's a
Such
wonderful,
good
wonderful person. Great, one of the best backups of all time here at BYU, because he backed up Giff and Mark and Jim, and like he was here when BYU was rolling at quarterback. You know.
Oh yeah.
So, do you have a favorite BYU basketball player?
Yes. The one that's Jimmer.
Oh, Jimmer.
Uh-huh.
Because you saw Roland Minson and Dick Melka and all these guys, but Jimmer
they
still,
were so good
but
too.
Jimmer still stands out.
Well, there's a reason, a special reason, but he's really a special person.
There's pizzazz to Jimmer.
Yes. There he is. He's very kind, and his wife is too.
Yeah,
Yeah, great.
they're great.
Awesome.
Do you have a favorite game that you're looking forward to on this fall's schedule? You got Notre Dame there, you got Utah there, you got like,
Both
is
of those.
there a game in particular like, yep, this is the one?
Notre Dame and Utah. Those are the two main ones, because I really want them to beat Utah. But I'd love to see them beat Notre Dame.
Yeah. If you had to pick between one, if you had to say, I can only pick one, are you taking Notre Dame or are you taking the Utah game?
Notre Dame at home or Utah on the road?
Oh, it's a hard one. Oh dear. Okay, I guess Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. There
Well, they
you
might
go.
be number one coming in, so that could be another Miami
Yeah,
experience.
that could be, because preseason they're number 2 in a bunch of polls, so they could be number 1 coming in, because
they don't play.
we look at
anybody.
their schedules, they don't play anybody until they get here, so they could be number 1 coming in, and it could be Miami all over again.
Oh,
That would be wonderful.
yes.
So, what's your favorite thing? Can you pick out one thing that you just love about attending a game at Lovell Edwards Stadium?
We have good seats on the 50-yard line, so I just like watching the team all come out.
You like the
I
run out.
watch seeing them come out and then seeing the halftime kind of shows, you know.
Yeah.
But I just love the enthusiasm I see in the football team. They're just so fun to watch.
that energy is something special.
Oh,
And,
it really is.
having run out of that tunnel, you just get
I'll
goosebumps.
bet.
And our next guest that just came in, he's done it before too. And I'll never forget when I got to watch all 3 of my boys run out, and that was special too, because I know what they felt like. I know what the goosebumps feel like, and I know. But I think everybody in the stadium gets a little bit of goosebumps when that happens.
I think they do, and we get excited sitting in the stands when when you finally come out.
Yeah, they do a great presentation. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be here before you know it. And Bear Bachmeyer will be out there running around again with number 47. You've never seen that, right?
I met him the other night.
Oh, you met him because you came to.
Yeah.
That's right.
By the way, Luana came to the Redmond night.
Yeah, we came the other
She's
night.
a true super fan. She's like, she even came to the remote show last week.
Well, my son brought me. So,
Yeah.
So,
And so
Bear-
you got to meet Collin and
yeah, they were really.
and
Yeah.
Bruce Branch, the whole basketball team, and Bear and Tiger were there. You got to meet them. I know.
Yes, I met and his brother Tiger was there.
Yep, Tiger was there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's
I wasn't
really fun.
expecting- Bruce just said, "I want to take you somewhere," but I didn't know where we were going, and so then we got there, and I said, "Oh my gosh!" But the first one I saw was your wife.
You see, Brenda was there. She was
I
so
ran
excited
up
to
and
see you there.
I ran up and gave her a hug. I just love her.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now she loves you too.
Well, thank you so much for being here tonight,
been
being our
fun.
BYU super fan. Now you've been on the Wise Guys. So just check that box and
All right.
Hey, there's been lots of athletes on this show, but super fans, there's only been a couple.
that's right, that have been in
Just
person.
a few. So you've been here in the studio. Don't tell anybody where it is for safety reasons.
I
No.
won't.
No,
I
we're
won't.
just teasing. We're just teasing.
thank you for being here.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much,
inviting
and thanks
me.
for being such a great fan. And you said I wasn't sure if I was going to go on the cruise because I'm 90. Like you make 90 look good, and you make it look easy.
Thank you.
And
Thank
so you've been an amazing fan for a long time, and you're fantastic.
Oh.
Like I wouldn't think you're a day over 65.
Oh my goodness! Thank you.
And thank you for
glad
bringing
I
her
came.
tonight. It's our pleasure to have her here on the show. If you are a BYU super fan, we'd love to bring you on the show. Just go to the link at wiseguys.com, provide your contact information and a paragraph or two about what makes you a BYU super fan, and we'll make it happen. Sometimes sons will send notes in to recommend their mothers, and here we are
Yes.
making it happen. Wise Guys is a show for all all of Cougar Nation, no matter what country you live in. So you can be here in studio or through technology. We can do it over Zoom, but we want you to be on this show. And our promise to you is, as long as this show's on the air, we're going to put super fans on this show and let everyone see everybody.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, we know we can do it now. We had one of our Pathway guests on from South America.
Yeah.
And it was great. So wherever you are, you want to be on, you let us know why you should be on and we'll bring you on.
You know, in that interview, she was saying, hey, Messi in Argentina.
Yeah.
And that, boy.
She said,
having a great week.
Messi's gonna have a special week because she's down in Argentina, right? So
she's having a great week.
Yeah.
Hey, Wise Guys would love to connect with you through Cougar Tribe. You can sign up for free at cougartribe.com and interact with a wide community of BYU fans all week long, including our special Q&A sessions with the Wise Guys. Sign up today at cougartribe.com, and that just allows you to be together with BYU fans all week long. We have the Wise Guys on Monday, and then our material moves through social media throughout the week. But Cougar Tribe, you can get on there, and something happens, you get on there, start talking to everybody, and doing that. Right now, Bronson the Giant is taking a photo with the Rose, which is awesome. And he's actually taking the photo with us.
He's taking a photo with them, and then he's also taking a photo with them. Like, so he's taking it and he's also in it.
You know, that's what a multifaceted defensive end can do.
Yeah, like, well, remember, Bronson played tight end, he played basketball, he played defensive end, you name it. He can do it all, and he's doing it all right now.
And he's getting a picture with Luana. Nice job. Now we'll bring Bronson over.
And Bronson, I was trying to put this chair down, but I can't do it because I know for you that chair's up high. So you just pull up on this thing and it can
plop
go down.
those headphones on. Our next guest was a dominant force on the BYU defense, and he's bringing summer football back to Utah this Saturday.
There
the
we
annual
go.
Charity of Champions. Our pleasure to welcome Bronson Kaufusi back to the Wise Guys. You've been here before, which we love, and we love having you back. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Don't you love coming in and everyone wants to take your picture? Don't you love that?
Yeah.
I want a picture with her.
I said every time you come on, like, I feel little, but you're light. You're a lot lighter than when you played, right? Like,
A little bit, yeah.
how much do you weigh right now? Like, we can boys can talk about this.
I'm like, I got big. I fluctuate big time.
Do you?
Maybe it's from going from basketball to football, but sometimes I'm 300 and the next minute I'm 270.
So just up and down.
Up and down, depending.
So which is a good, like, what was your best playing weight in football?
In football? Oh yeah. I'd probably say, I mean, I played at all different types of weights, but I'd probably say like 279.
That was the perfect weight. 279.
I like that weight.
Yeah.
I like that weight.
In basketball, what was your best weight for basketball?
Oh, lighter the better. I would keep.
Like, you played like 240 in basketball?
Oh, if I could, yeah. I would have. I think I played after the basketball season, I think I weighed like 259.
259.
Yeah. So how would you get down to 259? So now basketball's over. Now you're gonna go back and play football because you're playing both, right?
Yeah.
How could you get your weight back up that quick? Like, you go back from 259 up to like 280 to play. How did you put it on and not put bad weight on?
It was tough, honestly. It was funny because our trainer, when I was on the basketball team, I would meet him at the hotel weight room and I'd be lifting in there. And then I would just eat so much. Because if I didn't eat enough, I would be like 240 quick. Just from the amount of running that the basketball guys do.
Yeah.
Your body's not used to it as a football guy.
When you got to the NFL and they take it to a different level, what weight did they tell you were going to be?
I've weighed in at like 305 before.
305?
Yeah, 295.
Is that where they wanted you, right up there?
Yeah, initially. And they were like, hey, try to get that weight. And I was like, okay. I just felt like a different animal. So then they brought me back down and I was much better off.
Because you felt like your explosiveness and that was better. Like 305 was just a little too much.
Yeah.
And took away some of your explosiveness. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Charity of Champions is back this Saturday at Corner Canyon High School in Draper, Utah, bringing NFL and former college stars together for a really good cause. Who and what are fans going to see?
Oh, man. This is the biggest gathering of NFL players in Utah. To have over 40 current and former guys there, and they're playing something, it's pretty unique. So it's fun because they're all on the field. And so they'll be able to see a lot of players playing, flag football. And then you also get to see people because, companies and people sponsor teams and they bring their friends to play. Mm-hmm. So you have people from the community that are playing alongside the Super Bowl winners, people, that play at BYU, and it's awesome. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
So-
Who are some of the folks you were talking about this with me last Sunday, and like who are some of the folks that are coming in?
Yeah, drop some names on
Justin, well, we have a lot of guys from last year coming, right? And so BYU guys, we had like Danny Sorensen playing it, Tyler Algier, we had Brian Kill. We had a lot, and we had players from Utah State, Utah. And the funny thing was last year we had everyone we gave everyone BYU or Utah shorts.
Yeah.
There's still some energy there. Which
They
we
still
love.
don't like each other. They still don't
like each other. It's great. But this year we'll have we have so many guys coming. We got Chase Roberts, Tanner Walls coming, Dax Milne's coming. We got, I'm trying to think of other guys that we have coming. We have over 40. I have this big list.
And you have some guys that are like not BYU or Utah either, right? Like some guys.
Devin Funchess. Remember Devin
Right.
Funchess from Michigan? He was the wide receiver for Cam Newton. Tom Hudson was a tight end, played at the Titans. So yeah, we have a really good group of guys coming from us. And this thing, it's our second year, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it, because when parents start texting you after talking about how their kid met one of the players and they inspired them to work harder and like be disciplined, and that they saw a change in their child towards football or towards any sport, that makes it all worth it. So I'm super excited about it.
Well, paint a picture for us then. We're going to go to Corner Canyon High School, and we're out to the football field. There's like 4 games going on, right? So each field is like what, 30 yards?
Yeah, 35 yards.
So you got a bunch of teams all going on at the same time. So it's not just one game and then another one starts. This is like the World Cup all at once.
Yeah. You literally have Team Traeger, Team Minky Couture, Team Proto, Team HIG, Team Lux, and they're all playing. They all have different NFL players on their team. And so, there's a VIP section on the field. And so you get to be up on the fence close with everybody. And then you have, tickets up in the stands. And it's just really unique. And, Max Hall's coming to sling it.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, which is going to be fun. And talking to him, he's like, yeah, I'm going to draw some plays up. I'm like, good. Because everyone else is too. So get ready.
Max, the ultimate competitor. It doesn't
takes
matter
it
what he's
serious.
playing. He thinks he's going to win.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Tell him to be injury-free. Injury-free.
There's no
Last time
rushers. Don't worry.
He got hurt celebrating.
Yes.
Touchdown
We're
pass.
not doing celebrations. Just high fives.
Okay, what time does all this start, and what are the price ranges for tickets, and how do we get them?
Yeah. So you're going to be able to get in around 9:30. The first game's at 10. Players start checking in at like 8:30, because we have for the players massage therapists out there, bodywork guys. They're going to get the
Paramedics.
full.
These old guys need some help.
Yeah, it's true. You got to get the calves and hamstrings right, groins. We had a few get pulled last year, but it's a lot of fun. Everyone should come. I mean, the tickets are $15 for general admission, and if you want to be on the field with the players, it's $150. But you get food, and there's chairs and seating and shade and all those things out there for VIP tickets.
The shade will be worth it.
So talk to us about this charity. Let's focus on that for a minute. That's behind all of this. What are you looking to do with this? What do you want it to accomplish?
So we do a few things, right? The main thing though is to help other players' charities. So you have Sai Tautu come in. We know Sai and his charity, the Pursuit Foundation. They raise funds to pay for local high school kids who can't pay for like their ACL surgeries or their shoulder surgeries. We're trying to build something really big and then share it with everyone else. And then excess money, right, comes, and we use that to help pay for players' fees that, maybe they're having. It's a struggle for them to pay for their football fees. But we help a lot of people. The goal is to help, over 20 charities through one big event. And so it's fun. I mean, this year's our second year, and it's going to be a lot bigger than last year.
Former Cougar Bronson Kaufusi on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America. You spent a lot of time keeping NFL guys connected to each other. We got people in college keeping college kids connected. You're keeping the pros connected. Why is that so important to you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, my dad played and coached for a long time, and hearing stories about players that, struggled And we see it today. I was reading some article where it talked about NFL players as, one of I think it's the only sport where suicide rate has gone up. And so from their former players. And so the question is, well, why is that? And it's because as football players, we really face an identity shift. And so trying to help all of our guys understand that, hey, football, it is what you do, but it's not who you are. And being able to help them transition and find peace with the game, because it's always more than football.
Yeah.
But a lot of players don't have peace with the game because most players don't get to choose when they're done. And so it's helping them navigate, hey, okay, I am grateful for everything that football gave me. And now I'm going to use all the different things that football's blessed my life with to help me and catapult me into life after the game. And so that's a big part of why I do it, is because I believe that the lessons that football players learn and all athletes learn, especially when you're playing at the D1 level, you can use those things in any walk of life. So that's why I absolutely love it.
That's great. That's great.
We're bearing down. Summer's come. We were starting to talk about dates for games and all this, so it's not going to be long
coming
before.
up.
But the fall camp's just around the corner. It's just
like it's
around the
right here.
corner. And so we always ask everybody, what you're most excited about? So we'll take a little different twist. Do you have any concerns about BYU going into the fourth year in the Big 12? Are there things that you're like, ooh, I worry about this, I worry about that? Is there anything you're like, we got to fix this, or we got to be good at that?
Yeah. I feel like we really got to integrate the guys that we got that are new, that just came into our system. Specifically, you're looking at Casper, Lyons, guys that have transferred in, and getting them playing right away and becoming a major part of it. I think that's something that we're seeing is valuable within the new NIL era, is being able to take pieces of the puzzle and winning with them right away. And so sometimes it's like, oh, this guy's going to take a year. Like, let's just, he's not going to be able to help us right away. But if we can get those guys in and getting after it and, really relying on those guys, I think that's a big part of our success.
Kelly Poppinga is the new defensive coordinator. What is Cougar Nation going to notice the most about him? Jay Hill's at Michigan. This is K-Pop's time now. What are they going to see?
I'm excited for K-Pop. He was my outside linebacker coach. Yeah. He was my position coach when I went and played outside linebacker.
Right.
And he was great. He has a lot of passion for the game. We're really smart, and it's fun. It's fun playing for him. And when it's fun to play for a coach, there's a lot of buy-in. And so I'm excited to see all the buy-in and the excitement on the sideline when there's a third down stop or turnover. There's going to be a lot of fun on the sideline, especially on defense. That's the thing. Defense. You love a loud defense, both in communication and in making plays and celebrating with each other. So I expect to see that, because that's just who Kelly Poppinga is. And that's how he played the game. If you go back and watch when he played at BYU, he had so much excitement and love for the game, for his teammates. And so I'm really excited to see him be that coordinator.
You stay close to it, and BYU just had their big recruiting weekend, where they do the things up on the board. And all, you can see the stadium lights. Sounds like, what's going on over here? And they already have some commitments. We talked about those, some big names on campus. What has been so special about what Kalani's created? Why are so many high-level players saying, hey, no Oklahoma, no Texas, no Tennessee, no Oregon, no USC. Like, I'm going to go play for Kalani at BYU. How is he accomplishing that right now?
Yeah. It's a really unique mixture that's going on. And it's when you can win and compete at the highest level, and then you can have fun doing it, and you can also be in a system, in a program that helps you get to the NFL. All of that together makes it a really unique opportunity, and it's a unique recipe. And I think a lot of players are seeing like, oh my gosh, I can do all of that. I can be a great player. I can, be great off the field. And I love what the coaches are sharing with us around, hey, this is family. And saying and doing are two different things, right? And I think players are seeing, Kalani's not just saying it. No, he's doing it. This is a family. And I do want to, play for my brothers, my coaches. And that is such a unique culture. And what's cool is the players that are there are the ones sharing that with these recruits.
Yeah.
And that's almost stronger than anything the coaches say, is when the current players are able to say, this is what it is. And those conversations happen when they're coming on the recruiting visits, but they're just walking down the hallway, walking around BYU, and they start talking to the kids and the parents. And it's those little conversations that really change it for kids.
So the current players are a reflection of the culture, and that culture people want.
Yes.
Which is that's an amazing way to get kids to come, because that's what they come for, right?
It's true. So that's true.
Charity of Champions is Saturday morning, 10 o'clock at Corner Canyon High School. How can folks get more information? Where do you send them?
Yeah, Charity of Champions, Utah.com. You'll be able to go in and purchase tickets. And the first 2,000 people that show up at the gates, they get a free Splash Summit pass.
There you go.
Which is awesome. And then, and also, people want to get there early because that's when the players are warming up. Just like in college, just like at a college football game, like the players are just kind of walking around, throwing the ball, talking to people that are there. So definitely come, be there early. You can follow Charity of Champions on Instagram as well for any updates.
Charity of Champions Utah.com.
There we go.
Chance to get your seats Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. It'll still be nice. It'll be hot later, but 10 o'clock's a great time to watch some football. Bronson Kaufusi, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks,
welcome
guys.
here
Always
anytime.
love having you on.
We're just down the road. You can pop in whenever you want. Go, guys, I feel like being on the show tonight. Just come sit down.
Appreciate it.
Good luck on Saturday with that event. The second year
I wish I could be there. I can't be there, dang it.
Next year, we'll get you guys in the booth.
We'll do it.
Yeah, get us in the booth next year.
Next year we're going to help out.
We have 4 games going on. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, we were talking, and I can't be there, but next year, like maybe Dave and I can help do some of it.
Yeah, it'd be great.
All right, brother.
Bronson, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bronson Kaufusi here with us on the Wise Guys as we head down the home stretch. Harvey Scott's on the stream from the farm tonight. Harvey Scott of Redmond.
There he is.
And Redmond Re-Lyte. And, of course, Taylor Lovell was the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week this week. She'll be on the show next week. Talk about her national championship in the steeplechase. On this day, on June 22nd, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, let's start in 1874. The game of lawn tennis is introduced by Welsh Major Walter Clopton Wingfield.
That's an awesome
That's the name.
Yeah.
That is the name. Who introduces a rubber ball to bounce on grass.
Yeah. How about that?
Does that lead to the All England lawn tennis?
It has to be related.
Which is Wimbledon.
And they played on grass.
And Wimbledon is coming up here.
1874. On this day in 1930, Lou Gehrig hits 3 home runs in the Yankees' 20-13 win over the Philadelphia A's. Tough night for the pitchers.
In 1941, Nazi Germany invades the Soviet Union during World War II, the largest military operation in history.
That's significant.
Yeah,
certainly.
On this day in 1941.
On this day in 1955, Disney releases Lady and the Tramp.
I love Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, the spaghetti scene.
That's oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the night. It's a wonderful night. Yeah, I love that show.
22 years later.
Yeah. 1977, Disney releases The Rescuers.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was a great
that
one.
at the Sierra Theater.
So good.
On this day in 2016, NHL owners approved the Las Vegas expansion, and the Golden Knights are born.
And you talk about, you could make an argument it's the best expansion franchise ever.
Yeah, they've won 1 Stanley Cup. They just played for another one.
Yeah, it's like teams don't get that good that fast as expansion teams. You could make a case it's the best expansion franchise in professional sports.
Yeah, Golden Knights.
June 22nd birthdays. In 1917, Davey O'Brien. The 1938 Heisman Trophy winner at TCU. The Davey O'Brien Award is named after him for the nation's top quarterback. Was born on June 22nd, 1917.
BYU quarterbacks to win that award: Jim McMahon, Steve Young, and Ty Detmer.
Yeah.
The Davey O'Brien
amazing.
Award. 1947, Pistol Pete Maravich, New Orleans Jazz. He also played 17 games for Utah when they moved over in the 79-80 season. Pistol Pete, born on this day.
Alan Osman, 1949, founder of the Stadium of Fire with his brother Merrill. who just recently passed away. Alan Osmond was born on this day. Happy birthday to Alan Osmond, June 22nd birthday.
We're going to have a nice tribute to Alan at Stadium of
Yes,
Fire.
I'm excited for that.
1949, Lindsay Wagner. Who's that? The Bionic Woman.
Oh, yeah. Who can forget the Bionic Woman? So, 1953, Cyndi Lauper, the singer.
Who can forget Cyndi
Girls
Lauper?
Just Want to Have Fun. Yeah. Did she sing that?
Yeah, and whenever that song comes on, it livens up the room.
Yeah, it does.
She figured it out.
So.
On this day in 1962, Clyde Drexler was born, a 5-slamma jam at Houston, teammate of Dave Rose.
Clyde the Glide
and
Drexler.
And then, of course, a trailblazer, and he was a great professional.
He was so smooth that they say he was smooth with a V.
Clyde the Glide.
Clyde was smooth. So, June 22nd, deaths. In 1868, Heber C. Kimball, one of the original 12 apostles in the restoration of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he was called by Brigham Young to serve as first counselor in the first presidency. He died on this day in 1868.
Heber C. 1969, Judy Garland died on this day.
Yeah. She's the original Dorothy, right?
Yeah.
So in 1987, Fred Astaire, one of the great actors and dancers of all time.
2008, George Carlin.
Crazy comedian.
Crazy comedian.
Crazy comedian.
And if you listen to the cleaned up version, he's really entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of words missing.
My favorite comedian right now, Nate Bargatze.
Oh, yeah. He's the best.
Oh, he is so good.
It's funny every time.
Yep. And not dirty at all.
No.
Just hilarious.
Our Wise Guys inspirational quote of the week is from Heber C. Kimball, who said,
I am perfectly satisfied that my Father and my God is a cheerful, pleasant, lively, and good-natured being. Why? Because I'm a cheerful, pleasant, lively, and good-natured when I have his spirit. Mm-hmm. So that arises from the perfection of his attributes. He is a jovial, lively person and a beautiful man.
And we can all be a little more optimistic.
Yes. So
Heber C. Kimball.
There you go.
Special thanks to Collin and Hannah Chandler, John Wilson from Succeed in School in conjunction with BYU Pathway Worldwide, former Cougar Bronson Kaufusi, and BYU superfan Luana Rowe. It was great having them all
good
here.
Stuff. Next week, former Cougar Brian Keel comes on. Steeplechase. And by the way, Brian, roommates with Kellen, our oldest.
Nice.
When they were playing together at BYU. So Steeplechase national champion Taylor Lovell. Can't wait to talk to Taylor about her national championship. And another BYU superfan. We'll announce that later this week.
Could be from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Here's where you can find us this week. I'm on Sports Nation tomorrow on BYU TV, possibly Wednesday, and then you and I have Thursday.
We're hosting it together on Thursday.
They're letting us do it.
They're letting it be an old guy show on Thursday. So.
The attorneys have already been advised.
Yeah, they said watch out for that. So if you want to join Sports Nation, Thursday's the day to do it.
Because we got a lot of things we want to say. We have
all kinds of stuff.
I don't even know if we'll follow the script of the show.
Probably not.
We may say just good morning and just go.
Do whatever we want.
But look for that Thursday on BYU TV, and you can listen on BYU Radio. I'll have some stuff in the Deseret News this week as well. We remind you to get your tickets for Stadium of Fire that's coming up, featuring Brad Paisley. It's stadiumoffire.com.
Yeah, we appreciate Stadium of Fire. I just was talking to Jim this weekend. So
yeah, they got a big show coming up. Hey, a final salute. We want to congratulate Wesley Ruff, who spent the last 41 years anchoring sports here in Utah at the ABC affiliate KTVX. He's retiring, and we salute him. That's a tough job that really only the folks who do it understand it. The rest of us just enjoy it, and congratulations on the great career.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley was covering things when I was just finishing school and going into graduate school, and he has been an icon in this market forever. He's just been grinding it out for 41 years. So congrats to Wes. We want to remind you that Wise Guys is presented by Brady Plus. Supplies plus support. Find out more at bradyplus.com.
And by Mountain America Credit Union, empowering dreams for over 80 years. Find out what they can do for you at macu.com.
Our Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week presented by Redmond. The secret is in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com.
By the way, before we say goodbye, Phil's on the stream going, well, I missed Luana Rowe. I had my wedding reception at her house in Boca, face red, heart shape, whatever. What he's saying.
There's all kinds of emojis going on.
Listen, you just go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or wiseguys.com, and you can watch the whole thing.
Yeah, go watch it again.
Yeah, so we're here for you.
And by the way, she was great. She was great. So
All right, where did we jump out? Did we do the
no, I talked about Re-Lyte. Harvey Scott's on
Okay.
from the farm, by the way. He's on the stream tonight.
And I wanted to give that last shout
Secrets
out
and
to
Salt.
Phil.
Yeah, and we want to remind you that Wise Guys is distributed by the Deseret News.
It's been a great show. It was fun to do the remote show at the
Yeah.
Redmond Heritage Farm Store, and it's also fun to be back here in our Briar Patch.
Back home. So
Yeah. Good stuff coming next week, too. All right. Look for our stuff on YouTube throughout the week. Look for us Thursday on BYU Sports Nation. Look for AJ to go #1 tomorrow night.
yeah.
And Richie to maybe get in the first round.
And I'm glad you've turned into your selfless person. You're going to let AJ be #1.
Every now and then I act like an adult. And AJ #1, even if it's to the Wizards, so be it.
I sure would like to see Richie go in the end of that first round.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
hope.
And whoever gets him,
No matter
gonna
where he's
love that
drafted,
pick.
he'll be a steal.
Yeah.
He'll be a steal.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.